Hi, my name is Amy Robertson and I'm a marketing and advertising student at Western Sydney University, and this semester I've completed an internship at Catholic Care's Diocese of Broken Bay office. Currently, Catholic Care only has one marketing and communications officer, Melissa, and I was working directly with her each Tuesday during the session. On my first day, Melissa showed me to where I would be sitting. She had set up a desk for me next to her, which made me feel very welcome. The first day was a little tricky as I had to get my head around everything that Catholic Care offered. Catholic Care is a non-for-profit organisation which delivers many services including childcares, domestic violence and homelessness support, counselling and more. It definitely is a caring organisation, and I was excited to know that the work I would be doing would be directly going towards benefiting people's lives, which in the advertising world isn't always the case. One of my first tasks was to create a report primarily on social media and how it could be best utilised for Catholic Care to grow their engagement. I knew that I had the skills to properly complete this based on all of my experience in report writing from my studies. I did initially know where to look to find information, as last semester I had performed some similar research. I did also find that when I was in a professional environment, I was a lot more productive than at home. Melissa was pleased with my work and even showed it to her boss, which was pretty cool. I also worked on creating databases for different potential contacts that could be used by Catholic Care's centre managers in regards to donations and promoting the services. These included schools where advertisements may be placed in newsletters and community organisations. Some of my other regular tasks included creating images with copy for their socials. They used Canva to create their content, which was great as I've used the platform before during my studies. I did find it challenging though to create content that fit with their tone. For instance, I thought the use of humour, possibly with memes, may allow for more engagement. Although this type of content isn't really encouraged as it doesn't fit in with their reserved and more Catholic branding. I myself aren't very religious, so I did find this a little bit of a struggle. What I decided to do was scroll through their social media feeds on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram just to understand what they do post. I did feel this was quite productive, and I did understand then what the type of content is that I should be creating. I then felt a lot more confident to go ahead and start working on it. I developed a range of images to promote their different services and programs, which I then wrote copy for. I realised that they were currently not using many hashtags on Instagram and thought that this could be included in their posts. When researching different hashtags, I drew on my experience from digital communication last semester, where we learned how to think outside the box in order to use relevant hashtags that would best spread your message. I collaborated the posts, copy and hashtags in a document and gave them to Melissa so that she has a bank of posts to use. On Catholic Care's website, they also have a news section. I was asked to write a few articles for the site. I was a bit nervous at first as I don't feel that journalistic styled writing is really my strongest area. I decided to talk to Melissa to find out the best way to approach it. She gave me lots of information for the different article topics and went through how she writes them herself. I felt her guidance really helped, and I was happy then to get started. In total, I wrote 3 articles for the site. One has been posted, which is on screen now, and 2 more are scheduled to be loaded by Christmas. Another project that I got to work on during my internship was to create video for their social media feeds, which you're about to see. Based on the research that I had performed, one key finding was that video content is highly popular, however is being underutilised by their social feeds. Melissa used this information to gain funding to create more video content. She found a platform called Slidely, which has a diverse bank of stock footage and allows users to easily make videos with the footage. A subscription was bought by Catholic Care, and I was asked to experiment with the site to learn how to use it so that I could then show Melissa. After I'd learnt the basics, I was then given the task of creating some videos. The first video was to promote their childcare. I made sure that I included that it was not only for Catholics, as I had learnt previously during the course of my internship that this was a common misconception of Catholic Care. The second was for domestic violence awareness and the support services that they provide. I found Slidely very easy to work with, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to learn how to use it, as I'm sure that it will be a handy resource in my future career. I'm very happy that I had the opportunity to complete an internship during the course of my studies. It allowed me to put into practice so many things that I've learnt during my course, especially in relation to advertising and copywriting. Although I had hoped that it was going to be somewhat of a more innovative and creative environment, that being said, I always felt I was well supported and given a range of things to work on, and also my mentorship from Melissa was fantastic. One highlight was when Melissa actually said to me that she wished she could hire me. It's just that the Catholic Care budget was a bit small, but she did offer to write me a reference to my future job applications. This was really nice to hear, and I did feel really appreciated. I had a really great time on my internship and I'm sad that it's over.